Sige. So, again, welcome everyone to video number 2 of Pinoy Martial Arts Mastermind. I'm Dax, and we are joined by the usual suspects, Sixto, Franco, Alfred. No? So tonight, we'll be talking about marketing in martial arts. No? So, first question, is there a need for marketing in martial arts?
Yes, there is a need for marketing. When I started, the belief was, actually in FMA, my master's, they used to believe if you're good, that's enough. People will approach you. What's that old movie? Build it and people will come. That was their belief.
Field of Dreams.
Yes, but as I got older, my mindset changed.
How so? How so?
Because a lot of martial artists who were not good, actually they were bad, and they were good marketers, and they were making tons of money. My masters, one of them was the late Tatang Ilustrisimo. He was very good. He was considered as one of the best of his generation, if not the best. Okay, he died poor. Even his casket was too small for him during his wake. And when they carried his casket, the bottom gave out. So he died without money. He had no idea. He had no concept of marketing or sales.
Kao Franco, what do you think? Being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
of course,
instructor.
marketing in any kind of business, especially if you want it to grow, is an essential part of operations. So, without marketing, no student count or very little student count, and you won't be able to promote your school, promote your kind of instruction, promote the level of skill sets. The way I see it kasi, just to add to what Sixto said, I think that's spot on eh. You need to market it right. You need to market it properly kasi mas maraming nagma-market ng walang kwentang instructions eh. 'Di ba? So
Sino?
If people
Can you give an example?
Kasi if people, there are a lot.
Example.
Not just in jiu-jitsu. Example mahirap. Papaaway tayo na ito.
No, nobody's gonna hear this. It's just us.
It's not recorded.
Us, di ba? It's not recorded.
It's not recorded.
Di ba? There are so many.
Nakasulat sa
not just in jiu-jitsu eh. Doon sa diba? It's not just in jiu-jitsu, it's also in MMA, it's also in the combatives community. A lot of schools rely heavily on marketing because it's just they just have a stronger business acumen, diba? So mahirap yung it's hard to say na mas magaling ako, pero mas nakikita ng tao yung ginagawa ng iba because they put their resources into it. So at this day and age, it's always a battle of attention. So whoever has your attention will go to you. So best example is and then yung magkapatid, they're very good at talking, they're very good marketers, they're sales people, so people gravitate towards them. There are more world champions, there are more qualified na instructors sa kanila, but people media pages simply because they have a lot of content out there, so the visibility is there. So they have one of the best rolled out marketing plans in terms of any kind of martial arts.
Alfred, palagay mo, what do you think?
Well, marketing is the difference between, a good martial artist versus a martial artist who has money in the bank. Diba? Unless you're one of those people na martial arts ka pero madami ka ng pera sa bangko, if you are gonna bank on martial arts to be an actual, I'd say, I don't want to use the word cash cow, pero if you're gonna look at martial arts to give you a living na pwede mong asahan, you are gonna need marketing because people are not gonna... There are so many people, like, hindi naman, to make yabang si Sixto or any of us here. You must know at least 10 other guys na kayang-kaya mong upakan but are probably more successful than you when it comes to student count, amount of tuition fees na nasingil.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because they talk better bullshit than us, most probably. Diba? So, there is a need for it if you want to be financially successful in the business.
Yeah, if you want to make money, if you want to make a living out of it, yes, marketing is very necessary. You guys know I want to beat up this instructor, diba?
Sino? Who? What are you talking about?
He will remain nameless. If he's listening, he knows. Anyway,
Alam ko yung pangalan eh.
He's a very good marketer. I have to admit that he's a very good marketer.
I remember before you had a student, this guy, si Master, what was his name? Okay, anyway, this guy, his name is not important. I remember him saying, because he was so impressed by you, Sixto, and he was saying, you can be the best martial artist, you can be the best teacher in the world, but if no one knows about you, then that's it.
Naalala ko pa, I remember that guy's name, and that guy actually has a crush on Dax, and
oh yeah, he's a telepath. Yeah.
It was strangely mutual. It was strangely mutual. So we've established, so we've established that there is a need for marketing. Yeah, kasi I guess for now, especially now na, business is tight and everything, we can't train live. We're trying to go online, all of that. But before things changed, did you ever market before? I mean, do you have experience in marketing or did you just flow freely? Did you have to put an effort into your marketing before all this happened?
Oh, yeah.
Ako no.
Syempre, of course.
You marketed yourself before? Franco?
Hindi, yung dati, tawag dito, like to promote the schools, like promote the team, promote the classes.
Okay.
Diba? You have to do it in your own way. Like everything that you do in social media, when it comes to promoting not just jiu-jitsu and MMA, like for example, ako naman dati, everything that I posted that was related to jiu-jitsu MMA was geared towards promoting the team, promoting the gyms where I train in, tsaka promoting URCC noon.
Okay, Franco, I'll butt in. But that came later. But I remember when I was with Alvin, Professor Alvin, he had no concept of marketing either. We just wanted to beat up other clubs, other guys. And that was it.
What a thought.
That was our
Siyempre, back then, wala.
Yeah, that was our marketing. As
Street
in real
cred,
marketing. Street cred, okay. Well, that's a form of marketing. But real marketing, that came much later.
Late na. Oh, much later na.
That's why other clubs were able to
like
establish
initial days, wala.
Wala. We had no concept of that. Ganun tayo kayabang dati.
So what are the specifics?
At saka iba rin kasi yung landscape dati, eh. 'Di ba? Yung landscape dati without social media. Parang ano ba yung pinaka social media dati? It was just Friendster. So masyadong mataas yung word of mouth noon.
So testimonial lang,
street cred
testimonial.
was your ano.
Testy ng
Oo,
mga-
testimonial ka nun.
Testimonial.
Diba?
Nagkaroon pa ng-
Mga tao relied on stories.
Or newspaper articles.
Hmm?
Newspaper articles. Oh, singit ko lang URCC 1 kasi, prior to that, my wife has a close friend. She already died. She was a reporter. She interviewed Professor Alvin prior to the first URCC, the first official MMA tournament, di ba? That was in the casino. Was that in the casino? Casino, di ba?
Casino
Alvin
Filipino na amphitheater.
Yes, Alvin thanked me because after that interview, boom, ang dami na daw a lot of people asked. They saw it in, I think, Inquirer. They, after that, yun, daming bumili ng tickets. So, I guess, yun ang one of the earlier marketing attempts.
Oh, tsaka, yung, minention niya rin yun nung kwento niya yun dun sa episode na ginawa namin. He did that. And then, another one was parang lumabas din at parang in-interview din daw ata siya ng isang news outlet na show. Kasi yun lang daw halos wala rin daw pumapansin sa kanila before. So that was one. And then another, parang si TJ Manotok pa ata yung nag-interview sa kanya. And then after that, that probably sent out the message to a wider audience. Like, given siguro that time, the main source of information of people was, yes, the newspaper and the television. So, nung nalaman ng tao yun, that's where they started flocking that event.
Yes.
So, can we also consider na rin na the medium is also, the medium used is also a factor.
Yes.
During that time compared to ngayon, diba?
Traditional media, newspaper,
Ngayon mas madali na.
TV,
Easier now.
Or word of mouth, which is
correct.
Sobrang niche ng word of mouth.
Yeah. Like something that happened to me that I like to talk about all the time last year was that somebody wanted to spar with me. Okay. And it was funny because I had no idea if I could beat this person. But the first thing that came to my mind was, this thing, whatever we're going to do, is going to be videoed. And no matter if I win or lose, the fact that I took the challenge will add to that street cred that you guys were talking about. So that was my concern. That was my only goal. Whether or not I won or lost wasn't really that important. What was important was the fact that, at least in my head, I had the balls to actually take up this, the challenge. There's no pressure on me because I was the one. Ako yung
step up, show up ka nun.
I was the one who was called out. So that was my main goal, was to market it. Now, that said, ito magandang tong tanong ni Sixto. He wrote this down and I was very intrigued by this question. Are you being an asshole if you market your martial art? So let's ask the question to the person who wrote that question. Dr. Sixto, parang meron kang gustong sabihin dito sa tanong na to. So what is it that comes to mind whenever you're asked this question? Are you being an asshole? Are you being an asshole when you market your martial art?
It depends if what you're marketing is real. If you're good and you market it good, so more people, you're giving a service for people, diba? I would guess it's good. But if you suck and you make people think you're good, you make money out of it, that's bullshit. I was just thinking now, the way they used to market before. Let's mention one of my idols, Oyama, Mas Oyama. So the way he marketed himself was he accepted challenges and also made challenges and fought everybody. So he was the real deal. Okay? Because some people now, they have a lot of claims. Like the worst one now that I can see are the no-touch martial arts. And they market it as effective. Oh, I can see Franco laughing. I know this guy, an ex-student of mine. He studied that for 2 years. Then, hey, I took up this no-touch martial art. Okay, stand there. I'll get a knife and stab you. Okay. Anyway, that example, in that example, I think that person was being an asshole.
Bakit? Hindi ka ba naniniwala sa Hadouken?
Ano yun?
Hadouken.
Sa Hadouken.
Okay, I'd like to keep an open mind, but remains to be proven.
Mas naniniwala ako sa Shoryuken.
Ako sa Ket Baruket.
Hindi. Mas naniniwala ako sa Shoryuken kasi Shoryuken is actually a combination of Ryu and Ken. So it symbolizes their brotherhood in one energy ball.
Si Franco, parang may gusto sabihin eh. Franco,
Di pala, uppercut pala yung Shoryuken.
Oo nga, yung Shoryuken kasi uppercut yun eh.
Sorry.
Ako, bakit?
Sorry.
Ako dyan sa question.
Bakit ba't may ganon?
Same answer as Sixtos. Like, it's funny to me if, marketing can backfire. Right? Like, I've seen it firsthand. Like, if you guys remember, someone tried to make an example out of me. And then it doesn't turn out the way that the guy probably wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so if after that happens and you still market your shit the same way, don't study your work, don't fix it, don't make it more dynamic, then there's already something wrong with you. Diba? For me, yung taong sinasabi ni Sixto kanina, na hindi ko na lang papangalanan out of respect. That guy, when I met that guy around 6 years ago,
My God, he's a good marketer.
he was already a very high-ranked FMA practitioner. Also looks the part, big arms, big chest. So if bobo ka, mabibilib ka. I probably have asked that guy siguro mga 3-4 times to spar. And this was me as a 3-month-old student ni Sixto. Pero the guy never took me up on it. Pero ang marketing niya and ng group niya is their full contact fighters. So for me, while the public may not know that, if ganun ka, tingin ko asshole ka.
Yeah, back it up.
Supot ka. Diba? Yun lang. That's how I view it. It's balancing your intentions with your actual skill set and actual system. If you know that it doesn't work, but you promise to the world na it's the shit, then you're a fucking asshole. Diba? It's like selling me a Big Mac, but it looks like a Burger McDo.
Pero I guess it's also perception. Kasi ano rin yan eh. Most people, they think that they got good shit, no? And they don't really back it up because they're not into the, they can always say, no, we're not into sparring. So, but it looks nice. Whatever we're doing it looks nice. So I'm not justifying, but I kind of see where they're coming from because in
terms of marketing, like if we're just talking about marketing, go ahead, sell what you want to sell, diba? More power to you. But in terms of are you an asshole, it's like this. A 10-point lock, sinaksak ako, then I'll try to lock the guy, do 10 steps to get the lock and disarm the guy. You're gonna fucking know if that works or not the first time you try it. Diba? But if you're still marketing your shit na ganun, na alam mo namang hindi gagana, Fuck you.
Ako, there's a type of marketing that I really despise, and that's marketing at the expense of others. No? So you try to put down other systems to promote your own. Like there's this particular person, no, who likes to pick on certain systems, no, and he criticizes them to death. And then when asked, "What is it that you know about it?" he admits that he knows very little. He only knows what he sees on YouTube and and yet the way he persecutes this system, no, is like really outrageous. But what he gets from it is publicity, and he gets a following, because of it. Because it's what the thing that he's criticizing is a popular system, and so when every time he criticizes it, a lot of people agree with him, who are equally ignorant of the thing that they're criticizing. So that's more than promoting your own martial art that you think is the shit, like you said. That's the thing that I despise. Kasi why would you put down someone for your own gain? No, why don't you just do your own thing, diba? Kasi
Because
like,
it's easier.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's half the work, diba?
exactly.
I mean, like what Sixto said about Masoyama, another more recent version of this type of marketing that worked was the Gracie Challenge. It basically built the UFC. That's the UFC you see now was basically from that exercise. They put up ads on the newspapers. Now anyone who wants to try their system can go ahead and visit their gym, and it worked. Now it's a mainstream thing. Jiu-jitsu.
I remember nga, Sixtos Carlos Hermanos would do that. Invite people to spar and nobody really shows up. Diba?
Saka ano rin yun si internet the internet now is becoming the great equalizer. So if you market your system as super badass, so it's super dangerous, there's a page, si McDojo Life, he compiles all of these things, tapos he exposes all of them. As in, it's one of my favorite pages. As in, kasi ito lang yan At the end of the day, some people in the internet as well take the initiative to expose yung mga no touch points na martial arts, kasi they would issue challenges to them. They would yung parang sila na mismo yung magko-question if it works or not.
But,
so yung
you know what's the problem with that?
Proliferation of information is big.
Ang problema dun sa McDojo, people who appreciate that and find it funny are actual martial artists who know their shit. The masses that don't know better will bite on it. Like, what's the name of that that black belt guy na nagtuturo din ng FMA, na nagtuturo din ng combatives, na nagtuturo din ng shooting, that's getting a lot of business from security agencies. Larry something. Forgot his name. He's an idiot, diba? He's an idiot.
Si Larry Pedroche. Pinoy yun. Pinoy.
Oh, he's getting paid, diba?
Yeah.
What is shit?
Yeah. At ito yun sobrang weird.
Pero,
sobrang weird. Siya? And I think ang business model at he's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
Parang ata people researched him, parang dati siyang trackma.
Yeah, he's getting paid, and then you look at the students, pagtapos na, nabigay na yung certification saying that you are officially a dumb motherfucker, they're so proud na yay! Because they don't know better. So,
I think he did it, he captured a market that is hindi masyadong napapansin. Ang ginawa niya, this business model is he probably went to these enterprises or businesses. So, ang tinarget niya, yung mga security agencies. So, he gave them a very cheap package wherein they would tell, yung mga security guards na nag-a-apply sa inyo, train nyo sa akin, bibigyan ko ng certification. So now, when when they present these security guards to employers, sasabihin nila they have the basic skill sets to protect your establishment kasi tinuruan sila nitong grandmaster na to. So it was a very good business model. As in, when I looked into him, parang nakaka 60 plus batches na siya. So people buy into his shit simply because it's affordable. It's affordable. And people who, yung mga gustong mag-security guard, they can't pay for a normal or a regular martial arts class because ang tawag dito, bukod sa mahal, matagal matutunan. So we live in a world of instant gratification. So here comes this guy that tells you in 4 weeks, so in 4 weekends, you're gonna be a full-fledged martial artist for this amount. Sinong hindi kakagat nun? Especially the ones who use it for employment. Yun yung cost niya ngayon. So that guy is spreading so much bullshit na wala. Sobrang affected ngayon yung mga tao. Yung mga taong tinuruan niya kasi now they have this false di ba? They have this false thinking na I can do my job well kasi tinuruan ako nito.
But
false sense of security.
Ang takeaway doon is you can be an asshole and market yourself and be successful and get paid.
That's right.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
That's true.
Actually, Franco, you mentioned the certification, and it fits right into our next question, no, which is how do you market? No? So I know that there are a lot of certificate hunters out there, and they, whenever we would have seminars and all that, they would always ask, is there a certificate? May certificate ba yan? But you think, like, what certificate am I going to give you? I'm going to give you like a 2-hour seminar. What do you hope to get from a piece of paper? No? But I guess people use this to market, no? So the question is, that I'm trying to answer is, what are the resources that you use, no, when you market? No? Sixto, ano bang resources natin ginagamit natin when we market?
Typical tayo, no? Actually, tayo very basic. Social media, di ba? Facebook, YouTube, we use Facebook. We post a lot of videos, pictures. That helps. Remember, we've been organizing tons of seminars. We've done a lot of local and international seminars. Di ba? Urban Combatives, Libre Fighting. Ano pa ba seminars natin? Calis Illustrissimo. Yes, it works.
You have a couple of seminars coming up too.
Yeah, actually
yung collab with
Oo. Ito, pa-plug natin
Libre
to.
and Urban Combatives.
Pa-plug natin to. Okay, we will plug. This is our show, so we can plug anything that we want. Okay, so we have an upcoming seminar. It's an online seminar called the Triple Summit Online Series. Pardon the cheesy title. That was my fault. But it's actually a collaboration between 3 masters, if you will, or founders of their own systems. No? So masters. So si Sixto, Carlos, who is the founder of Carlos Hermanos, or co-founded with his brother, Baste, Carlos Hermanos Fight Club, and then Lee Morrison of the UK, Urban Combatives, and then Scott Babb of San Diego of Libre Fighting. So we're very proud of this thing because this is we would think this is like medyo pioneering siya ng konti because it's online and you have 3 really great minds collaborating to bring one, I would think, complete self-protection seminar. So
it's no
check
touch.
that out. I'm sorry. Yes, no touch.
No touch kasi it's online.
COVID free. It's COVID free. It's like it's like
very safe. It's very safe
and very safe. Anyway, we'll talk more about that.
We're not gonna get sick.
Franco, ako, I enjoy your material. Tell us more about the material that you use, particularly in social media when you market. I'm a big fan of the things
for the
come up with.
Ako, a lot of the things that
Madami.
Podcast. Podcast.
Dami.
Utilization of multi-channel utilization. So I'm very active on Facebook, Instagram, and then I started on my. I find it is. I have
You have a tripod. You have a tripod in the car.
I have a tripod.
I
have a tripod. Teka lang. I have a tripod. Yeah.
I'm gonna copy that.
So
I'm gonna copy that.
I love you, Alfred. So, basta multi-platform distribution. So it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then I had more time to do my podcast. Now it's all based on the things that it all revolves around the things that I do. But I think more important is the structure of how I do it. Kasi I could just post a jiu-jitsu photo of promoting myself, but ang ginagawa ko is always promoting the art and promoting the class. A lot of people self-promote. I do my best to avoid that. It's always about the class, the team, and the art. So yun yung basis, and then that is the same format with the podcast format that I'm doing right now. It's not me pointing out that I trained in a particular art. I interview and talk to people who are masters or instructors or coaches of their martial arts in order to narrate their story to promote that particular art, and at the same time provide real accounts. Kasi ang problema with masyadong maraming information, you cannot really determine which is true and which is not. Now we're in information wars na eh. So at least if it's comes straight from Alvin's mouth, from Sixto's mouth, from there's a documented video or piece of audio that people can go back to and say, okay, that was what happened. And I'm very happy with how things are turning out. Kasi and my goal din naman is not, I mean, if people from the martial arts industry watch and listen to it, thank you so much. But my real target are the people who do not know these things. Diba? So, for example, when I put out content regarding jiu-jitsu, my goal is to not promote it to jiu-jitsu people. I want to target people who have no idea what jiu-jitsu is about. Diba? So from your copy to your targeting to the amount to the people that you want to distribute that content, yun yung ganun ko siya sinesegment. So at least kasi the jiu-jitsu, the FMA, the MMA, the other martial arts community, they're very close-knit eh. So what I'm after is the people who have hindi nila alam. They don't know what is arnis. They don't know what is urban combatives. They don't know what is libre fighting. They don't know what is jiu-jitsu. Those are the people I want to target.
Yun nga, Franco. That's
yes, Alfred, the tripod works.
No, yun na nga. That's what you mentioned.
Tapos, ito pa.
Yeah, patingin.
Uy!
Oh, wow.
Yan.
Magandang mic siya. Magandang mic siya. Magandang mic yan.
Gano'ng kalaki?
Yan. Tapos, pagka, mga ganyan. Mga 1, 2, 3, 4, mga 5 to 6. Tapos ito yung ginagamit ko kaya maganda yung audio namin ni Sixto. Ito mas maliit to. Kasi mas malaki pa yung kamay ko sa mic na to.
Sixto, baka pwede kang makasponsor ng 4 niyan. Baka,
like, arm's length.
Para maganda yung natin. Tayo.
Audio.
As in, we're talking about resources,
Can I ask Arvin Sese of Sese Blades?
Arvin Sese of Sese Blades,
Sese
yes.
Blades. If you can sponsor some of our...
Why not, di ba? A special edition.
Mastermind.
Yes.
Exactly.
Special edition.
Yan, di ba?
I also have an
exactly.
Arvin knife. This is one of his early works. I stole this from Sixto. He doesn't keep his stuff.
Diba? So
yeah, thank you for this, Sixto.
It's still alive, huh?
Doc Arvin.
Diba? So now we can actually splice this bit and then promote it on our social media sites. Now people will have a better idea what is Sese Blades. Diba? If not for social media or if not for you guys' efforts, yung nobody created that page. Hindi kayo magpo-post ng I buy my blades from Sese Blades, di ba? Nobody would have known the quality na there are a lot of blade makers, di ba? Good job to them, pero in terms of durability, reliability, tsaka effectiveness as a tool, iba si Sese Blades. Diba?
Actually,
So yun
ang
yung,
favorite ko eh.
those are the things that were I mean,
Yan ang
diba? So
favorite ko sa
without
Sese Blades.
yan yung
That's a bit.
Ang favorite ko sa
Yan yung
Sese Blades yung
ginagawa
pangalan eh. Ganda
natin
eh, di ba?
ngayon.
Sese
No,
Blades.
actually, okay.
Sese
Can I tell you?
Blades.
Can I tell you some? Okay, can I tell you something about Sese Blades? I told him you should do branding because Dr. Arvin Sese is he's a doctor, so he has no concept whatsoever of sales and marketing. I told him you should brand it. You should have a logo. That's why if you notice the old Sese Blades, they don't have the stamp. Di ba ngayon, the newer ones, they have this
SE.
SE stamp there. I suggested that to him. And I told him, Arvin, you have a good product, but you need to market it. Well, the rest is history.
Doc Arvin was pretty famous with the prepper community. Pero yun na yun. Yung circle niya na kilala niya. But now, you know, Doc Arvin is able to sell his blades
Worldwide, yeah. So marketing works. Marketing works.
Actually, we pretty much covered all of the questions. But, so, ngayon, pwede tayo mag-free for all. Although, I before we do that, I'd like to mention one of my favorite types of marketing, which is the bad publicity marketing or the troll type of marketing. Okay? So I know for a fact that, you know, a lot of us or all of us here are victims of trolls.
Rumors, yeah.
Okay. You know, a lot of people hate us. A lot of people hate us.
They hate you. They hate me by association.
You know, the more they hate me, the better for me, because you know, my belief is, particularly in this business, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
In any business,
but especially in martial arts, because who would you rather learn from? The guy who is perceived to beat up people, or the upstanding guy who
can beat up people?
You know, yeah, and you know, I love it when people, you know, they write on our pages and they make these videos of, you know, I love it. You know, people get, you know, our students get upset, our friends get upset, but you know, personally, that's more publicity for us. No? What do you guys think?
Again, no, going back to Oyama.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, Oyama, if I remember it right, in a bar fight, killed a gangster. So it proves that his system works. He was able to kill somebody with a punch. Diba? So, yeah, he was.
The first time I saw Sixto, I was 6 years old. I was that young when I got into martial arts.
And Sixto was 25.
36, I think. It was almost getting married then. Parang ano siya eh. So I've always been in this circle of people who are attributed to street fights, alleged street fights. Okay? So this was Sarian. So even when I went to school sa Green Hills, matunog yung pangalan na yun. When I got to college, matunog pa din yung pangalan na yun. And then Alvin developed DefTac. In the beginning, a lot of people were afraid to join because of the rumors and the legend around the whole circle.
We're getting hurt, yeah.
But now it's the biggest jiu-jitsu team in Southeast Asia. Or Asia, not sure. So it works. Because those who know what their goals are, alam mo yun, if you want to be tough, you're gonna go with tough people. If you want to be flashy, you're gonna look for people who look like stuntmen in the movies.
I'm very flashy, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, we know that.
So me honestly, it doesn't bother me. it cheers me up actually when our friends send us
Mm.
screenshots of articles
Mm-hmm.
aligning our names.
And
With wrong
trolls.
grammar. With wrong
Yeah, with
grammar.
Uh,
wrong grammar. They did not. I'm only offended.
Oo, grabe.
The only thing that offends me is they did not capitalize our names. So I hope next
Then
time they
put
will
it in bold
capitalize our names.
letters.
Yeah.
Diba? Ako rin, I totally agree. It's any kind of publicity is publicity. You know, especially in actually if they put anything negative, that actually boosts your stock. Diba?
And, and this
It's
is this is
validation pa nga eh. Kasi,
this is for FMA. Pansin ko lang to because in the jiu-jitsu community, if there's any hate, it's very low key and very underground. It's not gonna show up in the mainstream because the jiu-jitsu circle, you basically know everyone when you're in it. Unlike in FMA, every other week, every other month, there's a new system cropping up. Some other cousin's cousin has just created the system. So, hindi mo na talaga malaman. Pansin ko lang, as FMA, the only people who will hate you that much to malign you publicly are those fuckers who can't beat you or are too afraid to try. Right?
Yep.
Otherwise, they can meet you eye to eye
true.
and then test their skills or have a respectful dialogue with you. Those who don't have don't have enough balls to do that, those are the people who will post bad things about you that they pulled out of thin air.
Before we continue, I'd just like to post a disclaimer to, whoever's watching out there. Na, you know what? We might be offending some people with what we say. I want you guys to know that we don't give a shit. Because a lot of people talk smack about us.
Gawa rin kayo ng sarili nyong master.
Exactly.
Oh.
Gumawa kayo ng sarili nyo.
Gawa rin kayo ng sarili nyong podcast. Gayahin nyo kami.
We get enough slack from everyone. So we do not apologize to anyone. Tama yung sinabi ni Franco. If you guys, hate what we're doing, then make your own podcast. We don't care.
Yeah, set up your own platform. Yeah.
Anyway,
This
continue.
So, anyway, sige.
Kasi ito lang, I think, go Doc.
Frank, I wanted to ask you, when you market yourself, kasi ikaw you wear a lot of hats in jiu-jitsu, di ba? Or even in MMA. What do you market? Do you market yourself as a fighter? As an instructor? As an MMA ref? Or whatever hat?
It's a vlogger.
Yun din yung to be honest, yun.
Influencer.
Food influencer si Franco, guys. Just so
I think and to be honest, that is one of the problems I faced and currently facing. Kasi in a world we're living in a world wherein the most basic question is, what is your niche? Hindi ko siya masagot. Hindi ko siya masagot.
So you're not sure yet. Yeah.
Kasi I'm I'm not sure, pero I do it based on, kaya rin ang ginagawa ko na lang is I anchor on my personal brand in order to promote these things. So to promote jiu-jitsu, I have to be proficient in jiu-jitsu. To promote coaching or teaching, I have to be a good teacher or a coach. As a referee, when I provide my points of view as a referee, I have to be a good referee. So kumbaga, I have to be legitimately a good source of information in order to have integrity when I post something. So now, I think since I don't want to categorize myself as sa jiu-jitsu lang or sa MMA lang or sa FMA or sa refereeing or sa travel writing or yan sa pagiging podcaster.
Foodie.
Ano na lang, tawag ito, I just focus on foodie pa. Ayun. 'Di ba? So
you're
now
like a Swiss
I just
knife,
concentrate. Bro. I think this is where so ngayon, dun lumalabas na instead of putting myself on a niche, I put more emphasis on my personal brand. So now when people see me or see my name, they associate it na, okay, that guy can do jiu-jitsu, that guy can do MMA, that guy is learning FMA, that guy can do refereeing, he's also a travel writer. Alam mo yun, parang I think the focus now is on the personal brand. Kasi I can't and I don't want to put myself in a particular niche kasi wala eh. I could do those things. So why do I have to limit myself simply because that's what the industry requires of me?
So he's a multifaceted.
Ano siya? So
Actually, Marco, sorry,
yes.
Marco.
Yes.
Franco,
pero mahirap din siya eh.
From an outsider's point of view, like when I see your post and everything, napapansin ko na it's true that everything you do so many things, but I think what you've established is the brand niya that is Franco. Okay, so you do so many things, but then may personality, and I think you've been very successful in that. So it doesn't matter what you do. It always boils down to that personality that you inject into it, and I think that works. I think people should explore that. No, like ako personally, what I try to inject in when I try to self-market is humor. I like to put a little bit of, hindi naman masyadong serious palagi, no? So I like to put like a quip there somewhere. Just to humanize everything. And ako sa yung brand of marketing ko is very simple eh. I just teach UFC fighters, NBA players. Yung mga ganun. Very simple lang.
So ang brand mo maya.
Lakas.
Like Cowboy Cerrone. I don't want to name names. I don't want to name drop like names like Cowboy Cerrone and Thompson. But
pero ito yun.
What can you do, pare?
Hindi, pero ito yun. To be honest, it works. Kasi, for example, yung mga tao ngayon, di ba yung mga tao ngayon, when I mention your name, so it becomes, I say, Wicked Fight Gear kasi I wear the hoodie. Di ba? Nung nagpunta akong Japan, di ba, nung nag-compete ako Asian Open, di ba, nagpagawa akong hoodie. Sabi ko, so pinagawa yan, Wicked Fight Gear, ganyan. Tapos, who made it? Sabi ko, it's my teammate sa FMA, si Dax Cordero. So they search you on Facebook. When they saw your photo, the first, immediate. Ito yung guy na nagturo ng kay Cowboy Cerrone, di ba? So, alam mo yun? So, that in a way is working on your personal brand. Tapos ang sinabi ko na lang, atenista yan, mayabang yan.
I love you, Franco.
Ganda ba yung tayo?
Sabi ko, ako na nagtapos ng sentence, pati si Wonderboy Thompson, tignan mo, pinost niya yun. Sabi ko, tignan mo. Diba? Pero hindi, di ba? Yun.
So
diba?
it works.
Diba? So
it's
now,
working, yeah.
They're gonna associate the brand with the person. It's working. Kasi pero ito yun, I'm not, this is not a made-up story. We were at Ayase Budokan. I was preparing for my match. I was wearing, kasi I asked,
okay, this is for jiu-jitsu, no?
A material we're in for jiu-jitsu. This is a jiu-jitsu tournament. I go like, Dax, I gave him the requirements. Sabi ko, Dax, the venue is very cold. So I need the hoodie to warm up. Pero I don't need something bulky kasi yung limited lang yung space ko sa maleta. Then Dax just said, okay, Wicked Fight Gear has something like that. So, and he was very good enough. I was thankful na tawag dito. Ito yun. Ang dami kong pinalagay na logo kay Dax. He made it work. Okay? The hoodie's still with me. I still use it up till now. If I need to warm up for a tournament, it's still there. So, ganun ka, I mean, it's then when I just wore it, people in the bleachers, they go like, di ba yan yung sa arnis tsaka sa kutsilyo? Sabi ko, hindi, it's a line. Then I started explaining, it's a clothing line. And then they started looking on when I mentioned Dax's name. Kaso nga lang, yun yung lumabas eh. Di ba ito yung nagturo kay Cowboy Cerrone? Sabi ko, oo.
Natago ko na nga yun eh. Hindi ko na nga pinagsasabi yun, pare. Tinatago ko na nga.
Tama na. Dax, tama na.
Pare, si Cowboy Cerrone yata yung nagpo-post eh. Hindi,
tama na.
Private ko na yung mga post.
Enough.
Si Dax, sinamahan ko si Dax when he had that spar in UP eh. Yung that guy he sparred with, eventually became a very good friend of ours. So, tol.
Mabait yun. Turned out to be really nice.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Huh?
Ang nakakatawa, Dax had a fucking Wicked Fight shirt gear na dala so that he can have the guy he sparred with wear it for a photo shoot after the spar. So, ganun siya ka-prepared. Market niya. Win or lose.
Ready.
Si Wicked mananalo.
Nakakatawa nga pare, the guy that he was with.
Oh.
You know, we don't know when to name names, but these are really nice, really cool guys. The guy he was with, he messaged me like a few days after when that video became viral. He said, "You made my guy wear your shirt. Good, you know. Well played." Sabi niya, well played.
Well played. Diba? Kasi ito lang yun eh. And I don't, this is something that I don't understand with, like, in terms of marketing. Kasi those are like, kunyari, yung nangyari na yun sa viral video na yun, it was a very simple ploy. Diba? You just made them both wear the brand. Diba? So on a larger scale, that's what the NBA is doing. All players are required to wear one brand.
The UFC.
Diba? The UFC, they scrapped off outfitter na sponsorships. Everyone wears Reebok. So now, whether you
sige na, you know, Franco, I get it. Next time we will all be wearing Wicked.
Yung Wicked
sponsor na.
Yan ang
disposable shirts.
Fun fact.
Disposable.
Pambasag kay Dax. Pambasag kay Dax. Simula nung lumabas sa page ni Dax si Cowboy, hindi pa siya nananalo.
Oy, excuse me, yung record-breaking niya, nanalo siya isa. Yung record-breaking niya, isa.
Connor, Sir Anthony Pettis, past two opponents, puro talo.
Are, may isa siya, yung record-breaking niya.
Pati si Wonder Boy, after ka. Bad omen ka sa MMA.
Pero, anyway, regarding marketing din, no? Ako kasi di ba, I have a day job. Dax is a day job also. Alfred. In my case, I market my day job separately from my martial art. Kasi I'm not sure.
Lalo na yung sa inyo, sobrang layo.
Exactly. Baka hindi nila gusto eh. So I have to separate it. In your case, Franco, no need. In your case, Alfred and Dax, do you separate it?
Ako,
or
sa akin, nakakatawa because I know for a fact that you like to separate it. But, you know, and I try to do that also. But then, for some reason, di ba I mentioned humor, you know, before. And I said that I inject a lot of humor into it. But, you know, I have this specific posts that, this one specific post that combined everything, the martial arts, the practice, and the humor. When I posted the picture of myself holding a sword in my dental clinic, and I broke the chandelier. And so I posted that. Actually, it wasn't me who posted that. It was my wife. Kasi nangyari nun, I was practicing my dos manos while waiting for my next patient. And on my backswing, I hit the chandelier. And my wife, who was sitting in the reception beside me where I was training, all the glass fell on her head, as in she was covered in broken glass. And instead of getting angry, she took a picture. She said, "I'm gonna post this on Facebook. That's gonna be your punishment." And that post
punishment.
That post was
you
like,
love that. Yeah.
It spread like wildfire. And I think we got a few patients because of that. And probably a few students also. So yeah, so it worked. So we combined, it worked. Whatever works, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba? Pero at least yun, yung nag-backfire, maganda. Ako, nakarelate lang, the time na nakaka-relate ako dun sa sinabi ni Doc is, for example, everything I do is super aligned to martial arts, combat sports. And then, I'm part of a I'm part of a website team that does travel documentaries. So pagkasama ako, people, follow kita sa Instagram or sa Facebook, tapos makikita nila, bakit parang puro fighting yung page mo? Diba?
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what?
on that team, okay, shout out to Discover MNL, okay? So ang designation ko travel writer. Pero I'm the 'di ba? Yung profile ko is so different from everyone else. So that's where I feel the disconnect. Like where do you draw that line nga?
In my day job, no, my suppliers, my sponsors, when they Google my name, or I'm a member of this entrepreneur group of an time, when I meet them, they Google my name. Ang nakikita lang nila are videos of me using weapons. So again, yeah, like what you said, I understand that there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
But again, Dax was able to maximize it.
May video nga ako. I had a video of myself shooting a cockroach with a rubber band. And I think I got new patients from that video as well.
Master. Marketing master.
Feeling ko, hindi, kasi, ang maganda kasi doon sa nangyayari kay Dax, people have this certain stereotype or profile of people in the medical field. Diba? So,
good point.
Nakita nila there's this perception that people in the medical field are very serious people. They don't have a humor gene. Then here comes a guy who's a dentist, and then all of a sudden nakabasag ng chandelier. He does crazy things. Diba? It resonates to the humanity of people. Diba? It connects them to the human side of the practice.
Wow, that's deep, huh?
Kaya rin, nag-click siya.
Iba ka talaga, pare.
Vlogger, philosopher,
diba?
Si Franco.
Iba ka talaga, Franco.
Baka hindi yan.
But thank you.
Tumambay kayo sa bahay ni Alfred, mas deep magsalita. Ayan.
Oh guys, let's wrap
Ako kasi, dumadaldal lang kasi ako.
Sige.
Let's wrap this up. We're past an hour. You know, any last words before we leave?
Okay, ako lang ito. My best resource for marketing is just Google Dan Kennedy. For me, that author, he's one of the best sources for marketing. Dan Kennedy.
Yeah.
Ako, my best source would be Sixto. Everything that I learned from marketing, I learned from Sixto. So that Dan Kennedy shit must really work. Because whatever he says, I do. And so far, I haven't, there was always some degree of success.
Actually, see, Professor Alvin is a big fan of Dan Kennedy.
Yep, he is. Ako, if you guys, anyone who's watching this and you want to market yourselves, if you're pretty astute, I would suggest you watch how Libre Fighting, Urban Combatives Philippines, Carlos Hermanos, even Calis Ilustrisimo, the one that is aligned to us. Watch what they're doing and you're gonna pick up a lot of things. To be honest, lahat ng movement that's happening right now, all of this was kwentuhan lang namin ni Dax, ni Doc, and they're making it work. So you just have to start doing it.
Yeah, actually, yun is what you're saying about marketing with these groups. The last video that we posted, the one that was about the triple summit seminar that I was talking about, we did not do any type of paid ads, but so far that video has garnered 6,000 views, 6,000, with no paid ads.
Organic.
So
it's organic.
It's all organic. It's all organic. So
organic.
Yeah, whatever it is that we must be doing some right. We must be doing something right. So with that. So stay tuned for our seminar, $20 each on marketing organic. Right.
20 lang. That's so cheap. Huh? That's so cheap.
Okay. $23? Sige.
Baba nun. Cheap nun, ha?
Sige, mag-iisipan,
24.
mag-iisipan.
For the first 5 attendees lang yun.
Oo nga.
At saka yung boot camp natin.
Super early bird.
Super early. As in ngayon.
Martial arts marketing boot camp.
Yeah.
It's marketing is all about telling a story, and you tell it right. You tell it right to the right people. It will resonate. It will push them to do action. So as long as you do it right, and ako personal opinion ko lang to, everything begins with intent. So if your intention is to sell bullshit, you will sell, but you will create bullshit people. If your intent is to spread the right kind of information, then I strongly suggest that's the way for you to go. And whoever's gonna watch this, if you disagree with us, go fuck yourself. Okay? You can reach any one of us.
Very eloquently said, pare.
You can challenge us. Diba?
Challenge them.
Again, we just want to provide the right kind of information. We want to set things straight, and this is all for the service of the Philippine martial arts community. Please follow everyone here. Please follow Urban Combatives Philippines, Libre Fighting Philippines, Calis Ilustrisimo Regional. They're all on Facebook and on Instagram.
DefTac.
Kunin nyo si Dax as your dentist.
Wala na akong trabaho ngayon, pare.
Kunin yung dentista. Diba?
All right. So till next time. Boys. Thank you guys.
All right.
And to anyone who's out there, thank you for staying with us. Till next time.
Wash your hands, motherfuckers.
Good job, guys.